Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put it in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay back and swaggy Wick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and goes easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making plays so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Boteezy, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Salute. What's happening, fellas? It's Sunday, man. I'm telling you, dog, I feel good right now. It's Sunday. Y'all see I got my Cowboys on. It's going down. This is the official pregame show. But we just going to talk high school. If that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
I'm just here for it, J-Mac. Just here for it.
Hey, man, how y'all feeling, man? We're going to get to it, dog. Because, we ain't got a lot of time. And I ain't got Coach Todd on here. He ain't harassing me about having an early show because the Cowboys playing. So we going to get to it because we got football royalty going on down here today. You dig? We got football royalty. And I ain't going to lie, man. I am extremely excited to have this brother on, man. This is a cool cat, man. I want everybody to understand that we cool too. Don't you think, Coach Willow?
We all right. We got our moments.
Hey, man. Before I bring Coach on, man, today is Sunday, so we got to give all praises. We got to do what we do. It's Sunday. We got to give all praises to the Cowboys. So here we go.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still involved. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still involved. Oh! I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. Hey, I'm still them boys. Them boys. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys.
What's up, Coach? Welcome to the foolishness.
What's up? That's an intro right there, man. I love that.
Dub salute, Coach Dodge.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Hey, man, welcome, man. First off, man, congratulations, man. You had a great season this year, man. Made it to the semifinals. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I think one thing that we can count on, man, we can count on Delph, Texas, and South Lake making a run.
Yeah. We'll be around. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, it is awesome, Coach. I'm not joking, man. It's awesome. It's crazy the way y'all do it. And I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, I'm a 70s, 80s baby, so I was extremely jealous. And now I don't have to be jealous no more because now I got schools on our side that can do it too. So
There's
I
no
feel
doubt.
good. I feel good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But hey, first off, man, just tell us how you thought your season went. I know obviously you were disappointed. It was an extremely tough game, Coach. I'm not gonna joke. I thought you guys was taking over that game on that goal line. And you know, he didn't quite make it when he dove.
Yeah.
You know, but just your overall, man. What was your overall opinion about y'all season?
And we had a great year. You know, I think going into the year, a lot of question marks, like a lot of people. You don't know as you enter a new year with new faces, you know, what you're going to get. And I know our kids are going to show up and work hard, and we do have some dudes. There ain't no doubt about that. But I thought we got better and better throughout the year. Started finding our identity. Had a little speed bump early in the middle of the road with Byron Nelson dish of play that hurt. I'll tell you, our kids were resilient. They bounced back. I think we started playing our best football at the right time after that game, and you know, we got our bounce back versus Byron Nelson in the quarterfinals in a big way, and obviously last night, you know, we tried to shoot every bullet we had. You know, Coach DeSoto and Coach Mathis, and when you're playing the defending state champions, and there's you know, Coach Babineau does an amazing job on defense staff. Coach Mathis, I know Coach Mathis forever. You know, you got to play a clean football game, and you know, they turn the ball over more than they have all year. And I think that we felt like we could play offensively from 10-yard line to 10-yard line with them. But once we got inside the 10, you know, that was definitely their advantage. And we just, you know, 2 series just couldn't find a way to punch the ball in. And, you know, unfortunately, that ended up being the ball game.
Yeah, man, I was watching that. I was actually, it's crazy because I was at the Duncanville North Crowley game. I think we all Doug was. But we was watching it on the side. We was watching y'all game on the sideline.
What's the scope?
Yeah, we was just
Exactly.
we was watching it, and we found somebody that had it on the stream, and it was right at the goal line. And I was like, man, I said, if they score here, you know, we might be doing an emergency show because DeSoto just lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you didn't score, I kind of knew. I said, well, they missed that. I'm pretty sure DeSoto is going to go down and score and take it out of reach. How pivotal was that goal line stand in your opinion?
That was huge. You know, a couple of tries before that, we scored on a big touchdown, 1 for 2, and converted. But that goal line stand was massive, obviously for both sidelines. I think everybody can kind of feel it. If we got it, I think we, you know, definitely had a chance for sure. There ain't no doubt. I mean, I think there was still a lot of ball to play, but I mean, it was a heck of a play by number 15, man. I mean, unbelievable. One of the most. I got it sent to me by my line coach because he couldn't believe it. We ran inside zone at him, and the DN opposite of him runs the heel line. So we pull it, and when you freeze it, we're about to walk. There's no one around. We're about to walk in. 15 loops all the way around. He wasn't on a twist or a stunt. He loops all the way around and makes the hit. It was the most. I mean, one of the best one of the best football plays that I've ever seen by an individual. He comes out of nowhere, just an individual effort, because that was definitely not his job assignment, but he was being a dude, and he stepped up at the right time, and it was a collision right on the goal line with our big quarterback, and you know, unfortunately, we didn't get in.
So you would say, and before I'm gonna pass it on to my guy, but we got to go ahead and get the elephant out the room. You know what I'm saying? So you would say 15 was being a cat daddy, huh?
Yeah, 15's a cat daddy, man. But
hey, hold on, OJ, man. Hey, coach, explain what you meant, right? Because you were saying that DeSoto has a team full of 5 stars and cat daddy. Explain what you meant by that statement.
Good football player, dude, baller, cat daddy, whatever way you want to. I was the cat daddy. If you ever watched me play high school football, I was a smooth cat. And 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 if anybody's been in any locker room or been coached, or when I'm talking Coach Mathis, or I'm talking Coach Holmes, or I'm talking to my guys, or I'm talking to anybody, the reference cat daddy is a positive term on a good football player or a good athlete. And it's sad that unfortunately that it's turned into that people want to run with a racial term, because Coach Mathis, Coach Babineau, all those guys, they know me, and I know them. And I trust me, I got the utmost respect for what Coach Mathis is doing and will do at DeSoto. And call a spade. I mean, we knew we were up against it going into it. I told Coach Holmes after the game. I talked to Coach Mathis after the game. I talked to Coach Holmes after the game. Coach Holmes coached me in high school. He was our track coach in high school.
Sure was.
My dad hired him in the early 2000s from Lancaster, and so I've known him for a long time. So, but I called Coach Mathis after the game because I've known him for a long time, and just congratulate him on the victory and just told him how good of a football team he's got. And same thing with Coach Holmes. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, people want to run with that, and I get, it is what it is. But there wasn't a negative notation behind it. But what I was saying is, like, going into the game, we knew we were up against it. I mean, I told Coach Holmes on the phone, I said I laughed audibly on the headset when our D line and DeSoto's O line went out for the first time, and how big DeSoto's offensive line was compared to our D line. I could have, like, you see it on film, obviously, but it's until you see it in person, it was one of those laugh out loud moments, and obviously with DJ and their running backs and their bevy of wide receivers. I mean, we were up against it, and I was proud of our kids how we battled, and but on top of all their talent, they got great coaching. That's why they're playing for another state championship. It ain't all about talent. It's also about coaching as well.
Yeah, Coach, I think a lot of that, though, too, was just the history of South Lake. You know what I mean? As maybe some people interactions historically. But I never took it as racist because we got a radio host named Cat Daddy, and ain't nobody boycotting K104. So I don't know, Coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And listen, like, I think people...
Right, I thought Cat Daddy was some slick old man, you know?
Yeah, Cat Daddy on K104 right now.
Yeah. Hey, and he's white. And he's white. I'm just saying.
And I known that Cat Daddy for 20 years. Me and him go way back. We cool.
Yeah, I didn't know, Coach. I was just like, wait a minute. But I mean, it is what it is. I just think it was more from that. And I think when you look at DeSoto, I think historically, Coach, the north side of town has had really, really good coaching, for a very long time. And the southern sector has had really good athletes for a very long time. It's just that now we have really good coaching and really good athletes. So now you have Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And I agree and disagree with that, because Coach Samples has been doing a long time, has been very, very close a lot of times, not just at Duncanville.
But that's an anomaly, though, Coach. That's an anomaly, right?
But Coach Mathis as well. He had some great teams that came short. But I hear you. I mean, but what's happening right now, and Kyle Ward, obviously DC, Coach Todd. I mean, you can go on and on. You can have great players, but you have to have both to be sustainable. You have to have both to do it year in, year out. And there's no flash in the pan right now in Duncanville, obviously, and Sauk and with DeSoto. I mean, you gotta have both. And like, to win championships, you gotta have great players and you have to have good coaching. it is what it is, you know. And
Yeah,
so
I'm saying it.
and they got both right now, which is very, very dangerous.
Yeah, and that's like when you think of Alabama, you think of Kirby Smart, you know what I mean? And Nick
Yep.
Saban, like those teams will play for championships every year because they have both. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? And
Yes, sir.
you guys have done a great job for a long time because you have both.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean? I think,
Yep.
now the Southern sector is really caught up as far as coaching wise because a lot of our coaches now, it's you kind of got to think about where we come from as Black coaches here on the Southern sector, right?
Yep.
The access to information that our coaches have now as compared to back in the 80s, the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? It's totally different.
No doubt.
And so when you combine that with really good players and really good coaches, it's just amazing to watch. So when you see a South Lake Carroll, and you see a DeSoto go at each other, you know you're going to get a great game. You know what I mean? Because that margin is this. You know what I mean? And
I'm sleep deprived right now because of not just what I saw on film with their talent, but also so by the coaching. I mean, we had to do some different things the other night that we hadn't done all year to move the football, but that was because of scheme, right? So, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Let me jump in there real quick, Coach. So, and we talked about this on the show last week when we were making predictions. I felt like that this, everybody felt like DeSoto's the pound for pound best team in the state. Last week, I was telling them that, man, South Lake and DeSoto is always that game. It's always some weird stuff going on. You think about Kenny Hill getting stopped at the 1 yard line back in 2013, 12, somewhere up in there. I was at that game at SMU. And then all the games. This is the type of game it's always been. The only time that it was not that close was y'all put my son out in 2020 or whatever when we lost to y'all at Cowboy Stadium. It might have been 19. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's first year 19.
Yeah, 2019. That was my son's last high school loss, man. Thank you, Coach. But but did you have the feel that was going to be that type of game? Because I'm telling you, other than that game, it was always that type of game between South Lake and DeSoto.
Yeah, I did. I really felt like we had to work, and so hey, I mean, I know they got a ton of respect for us as well, and because they were doing some different things offensively, and they really ran the football, and they leaned. And one thing they do an amazing job of leaning into what their strengths are. And I think some coaches, when you get into big football games like that, you overcomplicate it, and they leaned into what their strengths were. But yeah, I mean, I felt like we had to start the game fast. And we got a turnover on the first service, and we cashed in, so we went up 7-0. I felt like we had to get on the board first, some way, somehow, to not allow them to get the momentum, because when they get momentum, they're hard to catch, especially offensively. But I felt good going into halftime, being down 1. And I knew it was good. We told the kids you're playing, a really good football team. And we knew it was going to be 4 quarters. And, but yeah, they just had a little bit too much juice for us.
Absolutely.
All right. And I got one more thing. There is a kid named William Green III. You need to look for him. He lives around the corner from y'all.
Yes, sir.
His daddy played at Oklahoma State and track guy. His kid is an amazing running back. I think he's in the 7th or 8th grade right now. Dub G3 is his name. Look out for him. I was just talking to his dad about your program and Byron Nelson like a week ago. Literally, we were just talking about that he's going to be the top-notch running back in that area in the next 2 or 3 years.
Awesome. I'll look out for him.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, I'm glad we put that to bed. So we can put that to bed now.
Yes, sir.
Matt Stepp just said that last year or a couple years ago, 707, you called Jackson Arnold and on Allen cat daddies. So this is nothing new. So we can put that to bed. Now we're finna talk some good old football before you get out of here.
Let's do it.
So I got one question for you, Coach.
Yeah.
I want your opinion, man, because you was a SLC, you was a South Lake Carroll quarterback. where do you rank yourself
Woo.
among all the great South Lake quarterbacks? And I need your top 5.
Wow.
Mm.
I'm not gonna put. Well, we'll go with since he had the longest career out of all of us. We'll go Chase Daniel as number
Chase.
1. My man did it right. He made a lot of money in the league. Gosh, I think me and Kenny Hill are 1A, 1B, or 2A, 2B. And then I think it goes Chase Watson and Greg McElroy.
Oh, that's a great list. A great list.
Ooh. Mm.
Woo.
Mm.
Yeah, I think every single one of them, except Kenny, was the Texas High School Player of the Year.
Now, did they all win state too?
Every single one of us won state. Yes.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Every single one won state.
Yeah. But that's it. Well, hey, and McElroy won a national too, right?
He's got that on us. He won a national championship. He beat Texas in the Rose Bowl. That was Saban's first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my second career start in college. At little old North Texas was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
How did that work out?
Not great. Not good. I was yelling at my dad on the sideline because he was trying to dial up 4 Burks, and I'm like, I gotta get the ball in my hand. We gotta get a little quick game going here.
I need to get it in and out.
I'm running for my life back here.
No doubt.
You was player of the year too in the state?
What's that?
So you was player of the year in the state as well?
Yes, sir.
Oh well, welcome to the club, man. So was I. Yeah.
There we go. It's a brotherhood.
Yeah, no doubt. So y'all
doubt.
have a part there, but it's okay, J man.
Hey, Coach. Speaking of your dad, man. How nerve wracking was that matchup against him in state?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, man. That was we talk about daddy ball. That was the daddy bowl. You had to go against your daddy in the bowl game.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, we got through Duncanville, and then they had to get through North Shore, which I don't know what the percentage of that happening was, but probably not high. But we both pulled it off in the same evening. On top of it being the COVID year with all that craziness, such a long year, a draining year, and then you play your dad and you look at them on film and they're really, really good. And man, you know what? Looking back at it, it was incredible. I mean, just to even though we didn't come out on top, but to experience that and to be in my dad's hip pocket for all those years and all the different field houses across the state of Texas, being a coach's kid and get an opportunity to be on the opposite sidelines and dialing up against your dad. I mean, and in my opinion, on the greatest stage in high school athletics, there's nothing better than Texas high school football. And I think the best high school football in the country is playing in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So to represent the Metroplex in that game was special.
Hey, so how did that conversation go at dinner?
Man, I was mad at him for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I said, man, you got all these state titles, and you're about to retire, and you can't throw your boy one. But if you know my dad is a ruthless competitor. I got that from him, and I didn't expect anything else.
Hey, now listen. If you could have ran a score up on him, would you ran a score up on him?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's no doubt.
Hey, I love it. Hey, now, Coach, I need you to because I mean, obviously, one of your guys is playing at Texas, going to play in the playoffs.
Yep.
You might have to read. I was arguing with some fans on the chat when you gave your top. But where do you see Quinn at?
Man, I think he's really progressed this year. I mean, I think that the numbers don't lie. I think numbers are a lot. But just being around the kid this summer as being back home and working out and just watching how he changed his body and just I think he's grown up a lot, matured on and off the field in the locker room. And if you're going to be the starting quarterback at the University of Texas, the microscope is on you, right? And I think he's handled himself the right way. Got hurt in the Houston game, set out a couple weeks, but battled back. I would know he wasn't 100% versus TCU, but found a way to get back on the field. But I do think he's playing his best football right now, and I think that was a huge confidence booster in the Big 12 championship game going into the playoffs.
Right.
Sir.
No. Yeah. Do you see them winning against Washington?
I do. I'm biased. I had burnt orange all over my walls growing up, and I was committed there for a long time. And
absolutely.
But yeah, I do. I believe in their staff. I think that they do an amazing job. I think Steve Sarkisian is one of the best play callers in the country. But Washington's nothing, to shake at. Penix is a dude, and they got guys all over the place too. So it's gonna be a really good football game.
Absolutely, man. So let's fast forward, man. We got a great weekend, right?
Yeah.
What if you could pick a game or two, just your opinion? What games are you looking forward to kind of checking out this weekend?
Well, it's not hard. It's hard to not go and see North Shore and Duncanville again, right?
Right.
That's obviously turned into a rivalry, and you're playing the state title. I think Sock and P&G. Thought that was a good game for a while. Obviously, Sock took over in the second half last year. But yeah, there's a host of great football games. In the Metroplex and in the two largest classifications with Alito and Sock, and then and DeSoto and Duncanville, it's gonna be well represented at AT&T.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and that you got a prediction on that, or you gonna keep it to yourself?
Which one?
The North Shore Duncanville.
I always go Dallas, go DFW. We'll be rooting for Duncanville for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
That's the way I roll. If you know about us, this is us right here.
Yep.
It's going down.
They're all there.
Hey, Coach, it's called a South Side Party, but I guess we could have put South Lake in there. It got South in the name.
We got South.
Oh, yeah.
Look. We always look for people to annex to the South
We're still
side.
part of the Metroplex.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you welcome to the party, though, Coach. Come on.
Absolutely.
No, I got a lot of friends coaching those games. I'll have to be a little bit I'll live down the middle and not give a prediction on the Sock P&G game. My old special teams coordinator's the head football coach at P&G, and he's done a great job. In his first 2 years, he's got a state title, which is crazy. And I know y'all saw it last year. All of Dallas is going to show up, but all those crazy people from Southeast Texas are going to come up.
Right.
They got all the tickets last week, didn't they?
Exactly.
They are crazy. That's my dad's from that neck of the woods. He's from Port Arthur. So
okay.
You
listen to UGK?
What's that?
You listen to UGK?
UGK?
Yeah.
He got me on the Gap band.
Rob. See, that's why he still use the word cat daddy. You know what I'm saying?
That's good enough. That's good right there. That's good enough. We'll take
Thomas Jefferson.
Baby.
So you gonna stay neutral? You gonna stay neutral on that P&G Sock?
What's that?
Are you staying neutral on that P&G Sock game?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay neutral on it. They, I think I saw P&G play a couple times. I think that probably one of the bigger offensive lines probably Sock's seen all year. They're gonna run the football. Port Neches will. I think that Port Neches has got it. I think it's gonna be a good football game. I do. It'll be interesting to see if I know Port Neches has got a backup quarterback playing right now. I don't know how many weeks he's been playing, so it'll be interesting to see if his inexperience shows up or not.
Now, do you think they have I'm just gonna be honest. Do you think they have the skill guys to match up with Sock? Because everybody says like Matt Stepp is the homie, right?
Yeah.
He says they has the trenches. He said PNG has the trenches to hang with Sock. So I feel like this game is gonna go to if the trenches is neutralized, it got to go to the skill guys, right? So
yeah,
PNG has the skill guys.
Yeah, sure, no doubt. I mean that's definitely their strength. I haven't had an opportunity. Obviously, us coaches don't get a lot of opportunities to watch other people as much as people think. But listen to y'all talk a little bit a couple weeks ago. I think y'all were saying that Sock's secondary was a little suspect at points in the season. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right.
But
for y'all, that means he's a listener. So y'all leave my man alone.
Yeah,
he's a listener.
Right. Yes, sir.
Hey, so tell me about your reaction to last week's show about the boxing match.
Well, so like I said, I was locked in here just burning the midnight oil, burning the candle on both ends. But I had a buddy of mine send it to me, and so I watched. I ended up watching the whole episode. But y'all started off.
Yeah.
Y'all started off with the boxing match, and I laughed so hard when y'all said I looked like an MMA fighter, and I had cauliflower ears.
Yeah. Say, coach, like a quiet assassin over there.
Yeah.
Look at that jawline.
Right.
Yeah. I can take
he
a
got
couple.
the jawline.
I can take a
Go
couple.
ahead, coach. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, coach.
I'm sorry to interrupt, coach, but go ahead. Do you think they have the skill
ahead.
players? That was the question.
No. I think that's going to be the advantage for Sock. And I think on both sides. So it'll be interesting to see. I know Coach Ward, Kyle's. I mean, he does a great job, and I think he's going to obviously. I would envision at times walk up in their face and and challenging them and say we're going to put as many individuals in the box as we possibly can, and you are going to have to throw the ball tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, how do you feel about the Summer Creek DeSoto matchup?
Yeah. I just got the phone actually with Coach Holmes, secondary coach at DeSoto. We were chopping it up a little bit just about our game and what he saw about. I was curious what he saw about Summer Creek, and because I hadn't got to see him. He said they're athletic, their defense line's talented, but I think. I feel like whoever, obviously DeSoto came out of the game the other night versus us. I felt like whoever came out of that game last night has a major opportunity to win a state title.
Right.
Absolutely. I favored you or DeSoto against Summer Creek as well, even though they are in a pretty tough district themselves.
They are. They're battle tested. They've played some folks. So there's no doubt about that. So, but so is DeSoto.
Right.
So, Coach, somebody asked real quick. Shout out to Harvey Avery. He said, "What you think about DeSoto moving down to 5A next year? They have the numbers. They going down. Hey, let's just be honest, man. This is like a wide open hole on a 32 dive for South Lake."
I'm not hating it.
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you though, pregame, I was trying to get, Coach Mathis, my man's locked in, he's got his headphones in, so I'm not bothering him, but I was talking to some of the guys and staff trying to get them to leak and see if they were going to 5A or not, but has it come out yet that they've said that they're doing it or not?
Yeah, they going.
Yeah,
they are.
Going.
Okay.
So they are.
Well,
your prayers was answered.
No, I appreciate that. No, but I'll tell you one thing that I'm not mad about it, but I'll tell you that the Highland Parks of the world who dropped were really excited they dropped, and they saw DeSoto, and then they also saw that Alito missed it by 8.
Yeah,
man.
And then Lancaster.
To be honest, man, is there something fishy about that? I always just think something fishy. It's just coincidental.
I played the 5th.
Yeah. So you definitely beat the 5th, Coach.
Yeah. Hey, they turned them numbers in on snow day.
Yeah.
The COVID numbers. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, so real
COVID
quick,
numbers.
let's get your thoughts on some of the other games.
Yeah.
What you think about DeSoto, Smith, and Valley? I think that probably gonna be. I feel like the championship was played yesterday. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
But how you feel about it?
What game was that you said?
DeSoto and Smiths and Valley.
Oh, Summer Creek?
No, Summer Creek. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of other.
Yeah.
You're right.
Alito.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Alito. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alito and Smith Valley. I think that I mean, yeah, I think Alito's the cream of the crop when it comes to 5A football right now. I mean, they got a dude at quarterback that he is. I mean, I don't know how many. Have y'all seen Alito play much?
Oh,
yeah.
He's a real. He reminds me a lot of Jackson Arnold. That was at guy last year at OU. I mean, Jackson. I mean, just a dude that can really push the ball down the field and make every throw, and then also, scares the crap out of you with his feet. Yeah, I mean, Smith Valley's done an unbelievable job for years, and we used to play them back in the early 2000s for state titles. So they've always been around, but I think Alito's got everybody's number right now, and so yeah, I see Alito coming up on top on that one.
Hey, do you think so? He is going to go to TCU and play quarterback.
Who's that?
The kid from Alito.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I remember when Kendall Briles got the job there, and I ran into him at the DFW clinic, and I was like, "Dude, have you seen this kid from Alito?" And he right when I said it, he goes, "I'm going like 30 minutes to go watch him throw," and he texted me right after he got done. He goes, "This guy's the truth," and so when I've kind of watched the kid from afar a little bit, but yeah, he's gonna play quarterback at TCU. He's a little undersized. But obviously we've seen undersized quarterbacks, light it up at that level.
But yeah, Coach, he a 200-meter man too, though. You know
yes,
what I mean?
I remember
he can roll.
That's the first time I really saw him was last year in the state title game when he pulled one on his own read and ran away from everybody. I was like, holy! I was like,
yeah,
he
can make it ball it up.
No, he can hug the curb and run now.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, he can go.
He can go. He can go, man. Dakota, did you give your prediction? Can you give a prediction on Duncanville North Shore?
Duncanville.
You take it Duncanville, and
yeah,
you take DeSoto, right? Soto was Stone Creek.
Yeah.
The only one he's not gonna give is South Oak Cliff. I think he got a problem with Kyle Ward.
Yeah.
Oh, don't start that narrative now.
I know. And for the record, Cal Ward was one of the first guys that reached out to me that said, dude, I heard him call people cat daddies for years. Like, there's nothing new. So, for the record, to let y'all know, Cal Ward, last I checked, that's an Oak Cliff brother. Said it wasn't no problem.
They call him Ward Daddy. Ward Daddy.
Or you can say Ward Daddy.
Ward.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I like the other one better. So you got a DFW suite then, right?
I do. I like the bias in me says it, but it's also there, right? The talent, the coaching, the whole deal. And also I think you got to lean. It might be a little bit of a toss up with DeSoto and Duncanville and North Shore, but I've seen Duncanville on film. I think the DeSoto Duncanville game that I saw, DeSoto was ready to play, and they obviously it was that weird week where they had to come back on a Saturday, but they got all the tools as well. Watched North Shore a little bit versus Westlake the other day, and I just think Duncanville has too much firepower.
Right. And you know what I do? We'll talk about that game, but I was. Have you paid any attention to like North Carolina? I know they might have went D2, so I'm assuming you probably at least glanced over there and checked them out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Saw them film just with some common opponents later in the year, and then we played them before. I guess we played them in the playoffs 2 years ago. But that was the old staff. But yeah, I mean, I saw Duncanville win that football game the other day. But dang, I mean, I mean, they started fast and kept going. And I think that that championship pedigree shows up. Those kids have played a lot of football, right? Those kids have played a lot of football, and when you're playing this late in the season, I think the biggest thing is like what we're telling our kids. Teams that win championships can play great defense. They can run the football, and then take care of the ball. That has been going on for 100 years, and DeSoto does that, Duncanville does that, North Shore does it too. South Oak Cliff does it. So if you can play great defense, you can take care of the ball, and you can stop the run. You got a chance.
Yeah. Now, Coach, you kind of run that ball yourself. You had 2 good running backs this year, right?
Right.
We did. Yeah, we had 2 studs, man. We're fortunate they're both coming back. So we've been very balanced the last several years. We had Owen Allen that was with us for a long time, and and I do think that to be productive late in the year and then be productive offensively, you got to be balanced. You see a lot of people chunking the ball, and I grew up chunking the ball all over the map, but we also ran the ball. But I think nowadays there's so much dang good coaches on the defense side of the ball. You got to be balanced because they can take one thing away, and if they take that one thing away, it's gonna be a long night. So yeah, we were productive on the ball, and we ran the ball well enough the other night. Just didn't win inside the 10-yard line.
And it's crazy how the game just come down to that. Go ahead.
Do you think that all the defense coaches have caught up with the offense, right? So for there was a span where offense was outpacing defense. It's like if you scored, what 28 points, that was almost a good game on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now you're starting to see a lot of defenses catching up. What do you think South Lake has to do next year to put yourself in a position to go the distance?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we got to take a deep breath and obviously hop in the off season, but we got to. I think what and you get it, but I think the high school coaches, and especially in the state of Texas and the Metroplex, are some of the most elite coaches in all of football, because you have to adapt to what's in your locker room year in, year out, if it's offensively or defensively. So to me, yeah, we have schemes that we believe in, run game, pass game, but you have to adapt to what your talent level is year in, year out. And sometimes you have it and sometimes you don't. So if you just say, we're just going to do what we do and we don't have the dudes to do it, then that's shame on you as a coach. So, we have to take a deep breath and we have to figure out what our strengths are, and we got to lean into those. And, and obviously we'll bring some new things to the table and, go talk to some staffs and try to get better.
Hey, let me jump in right quick. Boy, I got knocked off of this because I got multiple calls from some DeSoto folks. So I'm just gonna say it, and because speaking, and it's fun. The timing is perfect because you just spoke about the talent. They were talking about they wasn't mad about the cat daddy necessarily. They say they were mad about the fact that it was cat daddies and 5 stars, and it was like DeSoto wasn't working hard to beat y'all. It was more so like, hey, we don't got 5 stars and cat daddies, but we work hard here, but they don't work hard. They felt like y'all was just saying they rolled out the ball and they play. But I got multiple calls on that.
I know, Coach. Before you answer that, I do want to say, Coach addressed all that because, he literally said that the coaches done a great job. It wasn't just the players, that the coaches did. But I'm gonna let him reiterate himself. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, okay, yeah. Maybe they showed up later, whatever. But I got like some admins and everything hit me up. It knocked me off the damn show.
Well, so how the questions phrased to me, they was said, going into the game, obviously y'all were up against it, and if anybody knows like y'all do, the guys that we got guys, and they got guys as well, but we were up against it. they were, going into the football game, they were the more talented football team. There's no doubt about that. And I got no shame in saying that. And so me saying 5 stars, that's just me saying they got a bunch of dudes that are going to go play college football. And that's the truth. I mean, and we got a couple, but we have on the defensive side of the ball, we have one kid and he's going to Princeton, and we got no other body playing college football. And I think that they have all their guys are going to play major college football for the most part. And so maybe they're not 5 stars, 4 stars. I don't know. But they got guys, and when we knew we were up against it, and they worked their tails off, because I know Coach Babineau, I know Coach Mathis, y'all know Claude, I know Tony Holmes. I mean, those guys, and like I said beforehand, I mean, we had to work our tails off this week, because they got some guys, but their scheme is as good as it gets, because that's why they're playing for a state title, and that's why we're sitting at home. And but that's what I meant by that comment.
All right. I appreciate you clarifying it. Boy, look, they was on my neck. I'm like, good Lord.
Don't block me or the show after this,
But and this is not, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But why do they call it the U?
Coach, listen.
Exactly.
Don't explain yourself. Don't ask questions you already know the answer to. These are DeSoto people, Coach. There's no rhyme or reason to what they do. They're gonna get mad about it. Okay, so you could have gave them the world's greatest compliment and they would have been offended. Okay, so
shout out to you. Shout out to DeSoto U. That's my peoples.
Those my people too, man. I love them, and they hated me for a year and a half. Probably half of them still hate me.
Well, and they should have a lot of pride in what they're doing right now, because they got it rolling right now.
Right.
Yeah, they do, man. And I think that we're at a time and age where everything, social media, everybody's on the internet. You could be whatever you want on the internet. So we just had one of these times where everything you say is gonna be dissected.
No
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an autopsy to everything.
No doubt.
I remember Matt Stepp said, he told me, he said, no, I've heard Coach say that a lot. He did say he was surprised that you said it in an interview. Because he was like,
he was in the moment, J-Mac. I mean, dude, you just sat there and you lost a game that you should have won. And the only reason why you lost that game because they was better than you. And he just sat there and told you how Kiki Abrams made this play on the 1-yard line. Only a superior athlete and a real good football player makes those plays. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you sitting there, you like, dude, we lost to Colorado in the Hale Cardell, okay? What was you going to say about that game? You looking at, you should have won, but all you could do is look at Cardell and Brian Westbrook mossed the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
You just sitting there looking at it, you like, and they got some killers, dog. What you going to do?
Yep.
Dude, I played at Carter. We heard that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, don't take them serious, Riley, man. They be getting
I'm all good.
Even when they win state, they're gonna get mad.
Hey, Riley, I definitely appreciate you, brother. I'm keeping your number, man, so don't block me.
I got you.
I will be texting you for sure, man. And
I appreciate y'all having me on.
And I do want you to invite us out, man, and make sure everybody knows so we don't get pulled over.
No, I got you.
I appreciate you, Riley, man. Hey, you have been there for an hour, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything y'all do for, especially the Metroplex, man.
Hey, Coach, are you a Cowboys fan?
Man. Great talking to you.
Yeah, I gotta get home and get my jersey on, man.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, yes, sir. Hey, get on there, man. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
That was Coach, man. I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. People that don't like it ain't gonna like it, but people that got an open mind and understand, they realize that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually did research before Riley came on, so I knew that was not nothing new. Him saying that wasn't new. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all say you love soccer. Well, Cal Warren said he's been knowing Riley since they was interns at Texas and Texas A&M. That's nothing new. He's always used that term. Matt Stepp, you say you love Matt Stepp. Matt Stepp said that's nothing new. He's told Matt Stepp that Owen Allen and Jackson Arnold was cat daddies. So what else do you want? What else do you want? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, man, we got one more man, Alonzo. Alonzo, you ready, man? I'm finna send you the link, man, because we're gonna talk a little animal football.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, man. Hey, but you know what? Do you think DeSoto needed that type of game?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look,
absolutely.
Man, anytime I thought, hey, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was talking to shout out to Jacoby, Skyline head coach, I told Skyline, I said, hey man, Duncanville playing North Crowley this week is gonna help them for next week. Cause you playing against really, really good athletes. So it ain't like you playing against Prosper, where you just, you know what I'm saying, that you do it was basic. Like, you had to work. Even if it was a blowout, I get it. But you played against some really good athletes.
But not only that,
what's going on, fellas?
What up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, not only that, I always say the road to the championship is you always have one of those type of games. Just for Duncanville, it's always in the state championship. But everybody that wins the state championship has those type of games on the road to the championship.
Well, you know, and that's why I asked, because I for one, I didn't think it was going to be a game. I thought DeSoto was locked in the way they've been playing. You know what I mean? Like, I thought they've been going into every game handling business. You know what I mean? I knew Southlake just came off the Byron Nelson game, and I was thinking like, okay, maybe they done shot they wide. They're gonna be a little lethargic, but they jumped on them quick. And I think, you know, the resolve and the resilience and everything that DeSoto is about came through for them during the course of that game. So it's definitely gonna help them. You know what I mean? I don't know enough about Summer Creek to know if they're going to pose a problem. But, I mean, like I say, I always thought DeSoto was the best team in football anyway. So.
Right.
Absolutely. Coach, my bad, not coach, but you could be Coach Step. But, hey, man.
Right.
I'm over here laughing at Jesse and some of his comments in the chat.
No, Jesse's
gonna roll.
Up, dog. Like, Jesse must have got him some Johnny, because he is cutting up in the chat today, man. He really
Jesse on the roll.
He's over there talking about fixing lights at DeSoto Walmart.
My boy tripping, man.
Hey, man, but
oh Lord.
Hey, tell us what you think, man. What have you thought all the way up to where we're at now, man? Just kind of, catch us up with your thoughts.
Yeah, I missed last week. You know, I had nice. Oh, J Mac left. I was having dinner. We had our Wednesday night. Our boss takes us out to dinner before state. Took us to a nice little steak dinner. We had a little Bob Steak and Chop House. So I love y'all, but I love French steak more. So.
Oh yeah, I don't blame.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's that rich food.
Yeah, and I wasn't buying, so I was definitely going to enjoy that.
Right.
That's like reserved for like taking my wife for our anniversary and stuff. So,
man.
Yeah. So I mean, the weekend, I think I went. I know in the dub pick'em, I went undefeated. So I think a lot of and then I think I went 18-2 overall for the whole state. So I think a lot of the games went as expected. I thought Southlake, and if I had been on the show, I said it on our podcast on Dave Campbell's, but I thought Southlake was going to give DeSoto a game because I thought they could block DeSoto, and they did for the most part. They rolled up 500 yards. Problem was they couldn't handle DeSoto's offense because DeSoto has 600 yards, and like Coach Dodge said, DeSoto won in the red zone. That's where football games are won and lost. So kind of went as I expected. I've seen Summer Creek twice. I have a pretty good read on them. So I think, I think they have a chance to beat DeSoto. I don't think they'll do it, but they're good enough to beat DeSoto especially if DeSoto plays another bad game. I don't think DeSoto needs to get in the habit of turning the ball over 4 times, that kind of thing. North Shore Duncanville, we'll see. I watched a good portion of the Westlake game, and I know the wind was 35 miles per hour. So for 2 quarters of the game, you couldn't throw the ball really. And so, but Caleb Bailey, he's not 100%. He was wearing a big old knee brace in this game, and he hadn't been wearing a knee brace. He wasn't running very much against Westlake. So I feel like if they don't have 100% Caleb Bailey, even if they had Caleb Bailey at 100%, they were going to have a hard time with Duncanville. Not having Caleb Bailey at 100% means they're going to have an even harder time with Duncanville. So North Shore's physical. They're typical North Shore. They play hard. They're talented. Their front play on either side of the ball is not where it's been the past 3-4 years. When North Shore and Duncanville play, it's a battle of gladiators. They are mirror images of each other. They're not quite mirror images of each other this year, I think. So I give Duncanville the edge in that game.
Okay, Matt. Okay, well, another question, man. We seen that you're going against the grain, man. What's up, PNG?
I think PNG is. I've seen some tape on them. They gave Sock a really good game last year. That was a 10-point ball game. They're better this year, in my opinion, than they were last year. Their offensive line is a little bit better. They're throwing the ball better. The quarterback that they have now wasn't the starter originally. He's a sophomore. I think when they put him in and put the kid that was at quarterback back at receiver, which is his more natural position, I think has made them a little bit more dynamic offensively than they were. They still got the big offensive and defensive lines. They're still really good up front. And I think both of the running backs they had last year are back. So I think they're going to give Sock a really good game. That's a coin flip game. And even Tepper, if you go watch Greg Tepper's video about Sock and PNG, he basically said the same thing. He thought it was a coin flip game. He gave Sock the champion's edge. I went a little against the grain and went with the upset.
Okay.
Could I see Sock winning? Absolutely. I think it's a 50-50 game, in my opinion. I just gave the slight edge to PNG. Sometimes just you playing the odds and you're playing it and going, okay, it was a close game last year. They're kind of evenly matched. I don't think Sock is quite as talented as they were last year, which is actually a credit to their coaches. I think the South Oak Cliff coaches this year have coached their asses off and really done a good job because this team is not as physically dominant as they were last year. So I think you take all those things into account, flip a coin, go with PNG.
Okay, so Matt, I do got a question for you. Well, I got a request. Please don't run off when Sock win. Like, don't go running up in the stairs and we can't find you.
No.
At the end of the game, you pull a swag in the B-Rise.
No, I will. Now,
Since
since Sock plays the early game, you can't be on the field or anything. So I'll have to pop down in the press conference room afterwards because, at the state championships, you don't – because they got to get you off the field because the other team's got to get on there and start warming up. So I'll come down to the press conference, and if South Oak Cliff wins, I come down to the press conference, tip my hat to him and say, hey, I was wrong. Congratulations, you won. So, the Sock, I already talked to Coach Ward. They know those guys over there, they're pros. They know that I got a job to do, and that's to predict football games. I'm not going to predict them all right. I'm just going to predict who I think is going to win and lose. And I know they got a job to do. And if I pick against them, then their job is to prove me wrong. So that's just how it goes.
Can you explain your hashtag at the bottom, please?
What I say, hand me my trophy?
No, where is my trophy?
Well, I still haven't got my trophy from last year.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't think I got enough games to catch you though, Coach Carr. I think you've got a 7-game lead on me right now. So I think
I didn't know what happened.
No. I won my trophy from last year. Bring it to state.
Look. Hey, man, have you and J Mac had your barbecue meal yet?
No, we're gonna do. We actually texted about that today. We're gonna do it in January once I come back from Canada.
I'll have your trophy at the barbecue.
I just want one picture with it before I hand it over to Coach Carr. I just want one picture with it.
I gotta believe it or not, it is a super fan I heard of Anna. So I want to break down the Anna State Championship game, man. My guy, he been accusing that. He been accusing me of. He been accusing of only speaking about. Yeah. Let me bring the man up.
I'll talk some Anna Coyotes. I'm worried that I'm bad luck for Anna because the one Anna game I saw this year was the one they lost in 4 overtimes to Solana. So I texted Coach Parr and told him that earlier because I picked Anna to beat Chapel Hill. Actually, I think Anna and Chapel Hill is going to be one of the best games of the weekend. Like if you're just like an unaffiliated fan, that's going to be one of the best games because these are two really explosive offenses. Anna, man, the one question I had about Anna before the year was the quarterback position. Losing the Bullet kid who went to Louisiana Tech, was wondering how things are going to go. And I remember Coach Parr texted me. He was like, we're going to be fine. Don't worry. And then in 7-on-7, I saw DeAndre Williams lead Anna to the championship game in 7-on-7. They went all the way to the championship game in the 4A division. And DeAndre Williams is out there throwing darts. And I said, okay, this kid's the truth. And then Coach Parr goes, wait till he can run. It'll be even better. And they've been great. Chapel Hill's got 2 SMU commits, quarterback Demetrius Brisbane and running back Ricky Stewart. Those 2 kids are the truth. They're really, really good. They got another running back, J-Bo Cook, who's a really good player. They got a couple of good receivers. Chapel Hill's really explosive on offense. I give the edge to Anna because no one talks about it. Anna's defense is low-key really good. They do a great job. Their front 7 is outstanding, and I think they'll do enough to contain Chapel Hill in that game. That's just my take.
Okay.
And I saw Chapel Hill last week.
And I actually like Chapel Hill. That's a great program out there. Now now we got the Super Anna fan with a darn hashtag CU. Now you gotta explain yourself, brother. But you got a gray beard, so I'm assuming you're an old cat like me. So I'm gonna give you all the grace you need. But explain yourself, brother.
Yes, sir. Let me go back. Let me go back and do something right quick. I wish I was on when Coach Riley Dodge was on here because the term cat daddy, he gets it from his daddy. Because that's the term that we used to use when Coach Todd Dodge was our offensive coordinator at the McKinney High. When Riley Dodge was a baby in diapers. So what he's saying is nothing new. The connection, like I say, I guess I say I'm an old cat daddy. I say go back to the 70s, 80s, talking about good times and all this stuff. But y'all know about Lenny. Y'all know about Lenny. If you can't get it at J.C. Penney, y'all know about that from good times. So those that are offended by that, man, come on, son. Come on, son. Like I say, I knew how to play football, but I learned X's and O's from Coach Todd Dodge when he was there at McKinney. And all you got to do is mention the Riley Dodge and tell Coach Todd Dodge's dad that we were the best team, the only district winning team that never went to the playoffs because we lost the coin toss. We beat Highland Park in our last game. So that's how far I go back with the Dodge family. So I wanted to put that out there for those that don't know. I'm glad the gentleman mentioned about Anna. You're not allowed to come to the game or cover the game because I remember that game with Solana and they lost. We lost by 2.
4 overtimes. That was the best.
Yes, sir. But see, you have to think about it though.
Game I saw all year.
Yes, sir. You got to think though. The year before, we beat Solana twice. In the same year, we beat them in the regular season. We beat them in the playoffs. So I've been trying to tell people about Anna. Some people in this group have moved Tyler into the Metroplex, into DFW, and don't want to include Anna. So you already mentioned, DeAndre Williams. Y'all forgot about Dre. If y'all know about that Eminem, he is a sophomore. Now I'm not going to put him on this level, but those that have seen him play, he has Kyler Murray like moves, and he never cracks under pressure. If you watch and see how many games where they've come back just in the last 2 years in the last minute and won the game, you would think that he was an upperclassman. I saw him play on JV as a freshman, and that's why when Coach Parr said, "Hey, everything's gonna be fine," everything's gonna be fine. And you mentioned the defense earlier. I'm telling you, that core, the linebacking core. And I'll put this up to anybody, so people gonna get mad at me. But that linebacking core, I will put them against any other linebacking core, regardless of classification in the state of Texas, led by C.J. Miller. I'm telling you, C.J. Miller is a 4-year starter. You got Greer out there. Greer, I'm gonna tell you, when he goes to the next level, he's probably going to be converted to safety because he has that type of range out there with the linebacker core. So you think about on the defensive line, as you was mentioning that front set, defensive line is second to none. And then on the offensive side, their offensive line, they're underclassmen. You got to think these are freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So they'll be back next year. So 5A, you're going to have a little competition. I'm going to get off my soapbox because I'm sure people got some questions. But that's what I said about the CU. Everybody talking about DeSoto U. Before DeSoto U, there was CU. There was Coyote University when Coach Seth Park came from Lubbock, Coronado and changed the entire culture of Anna. No one wants to put us on as a homecoming game. You know, back in the day, Anna used to be the team everybody put for homecoming. They don't want to do that anymore. Melissa didn't want to play us this year. Van Alstyne didn't want to play us this year. All these other teams realize that Anna is the real deal. In the last 2 years, no other team has played more top 10 teams than Anna. With that, I'm a mute myself, and y'all go ahead. Ask me all the questions you want. I got tough skin.
Hey man, with that, this is all I got to say about Anna.
All got something in common. We all retarded.
No.
Yeah. It was spot on. Spot on.
No, we not. No. And we don't condone the R word because I never heard of Anna until 2 years ago. So please forgive me.
Hey, Coach Carr, if we're being honest, that's when Anna started to get good. Before
that's what I'm saying, man.
It really wasn't much worth talking about. They've done a 180. They've done a 180 with the culture. For sure.
They got a whole lot of J-Mac going over there at Anna.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. You lost me when you brought up Lubbock, because there ain't no football in West Texas. So
yeah,
lost me. I couldn't listen.
I will say, Coach Parr's last year at Lubbock Coronado, they played Red Oak in the regional in the third round. They played Red Oak in the third round, and Coronado ran out to a big lead, and Red Oak had to make a miraculous comeback to win that game. That's when Coach Ross and I think Coach Bam at Kimball was on that staff at Red Oak. That was Coach Parr's last game at Lubbock Coronado.
Yes, sir. I believe that. Didn't they win by 1 point? Didn't Red Oak win by 1? I believe
they won by 1.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah,
it was a great game. It was a great ball game.
I think Bam did the sheep fool after that game.
He probably did, knowing Bam. Yeah, it was a great game. But Coach Parr's done a heck of. And the other thing to know about Anna in the Anna Salina game that I was at, Anna's stud wide receiver Emmers, who's their big time recruit. He's a 3-4 star kid. Didn't play in the Salina game. He was hurt.
Correct.
So now they have him back. And you look at Anna, what they've done in the playoffs. They've beaten China Spring and Stephenville in the playoffs. So and then they beat Decatur last week. So they've done a great job. They're to me, they're the favorite. It's a 50-50 game amongst like the media, but to me, my pick is Anna.
That's the game. That's the game of the weekend. And when you mentioned Decatur, we beat Decatur twice this year. Opening game of the season and came back again. One of you gurus that's on the panel, do a little research. And I want you to pull up Max Preps, and I want you to pull up the 4A top teams as of today's date. And you're going to realize that Anna has played 4 of the top 10 teams in 4A, and number 5 will be next week at 11 o'clock.
Hey, Coach, how about this, though, Coach? Ain't nobody on this panel picked against Anna. So
no, y'all don't know Anna. Y'all don't know how you just flipping a coin.
I'm just telling you, because
ain't nobody. You got a QB named DeAndre. That's all I need to know.
So y'all got.
That's all I
got 3 months kids out there, Coach.
Hey man.
Hey, back, Coach. You know we know what's going on out in Anna.
Y'all act like y'all were acting brand new.
Y'all, Coach, who is y'all?
Hey man, all I'm saying is when somebody says it's gonna be a DFW sweep, and then you talk about Chapel Hill as part of DFW. Come on, son.
He mad at Gary Bird. He mad at Gary Bird and his bad geography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That wasn't us.
Hey, every time when I mention Anna, they're like, "Oh, Anna who? Anna who?" I've been telling you.
Well, they
The last 2 years.
They just poke.
What's y'all mascot name?
Them coyotes.
Pat,
You don't know about the coyotes?
They have great hospitality, Anna.
Anna used to stand for "Ain't no Negroes allowed."
You know what? I'll let you do a little something. When we get offline, I'll send you something. We have changed that.
No, hey, coach, listen.
We have changed that.
Appreciate the cosign.
Just because your football team black don't mean your school black.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. If you go to Anna and mention my name, all of them, regardless of race, color, or creed, they gonna say, they have a smile on their face. As a matter of fact, I'll put it out there. I was the first and so far the only black council member in the city of Anna. So I'll tell you how the culture is changing.
Yeah, coach, you started the migration. We got you.
It was several of us from McKinney. Because McKinney, we went north. We started, going toward the Red River. So those that need to,
you went and got your people like Moses.
That's it.
Hey, Pat, I will say, Coach Pard, Anna, the Dubs should go up there because you talk about great hospitality. They do a great job. They will feed you, take care of you. They will do. They got a nice stadium. They will.
Where's the place to eat in Anna?
I'm gonna do this. I gotta say this when you mention the stadium. Citizens of Anna, I'm still mad at y'all because you turned down the bond election to build a new stadium. You got us playing in a middle school stadium. Come on, son. Y'all know better than that.
Yeah. You know what? I actually used to work in Anna for Shredded for my company, and I used to go through Anna every single week. So I know where Anna is. I worked in Anna, and you're right, that stadium is a little ratchet for a team that's doing that good.
Yes, sir.
Started doing
they got a nice indoor. That indoor is nice, though.
Yeah, the indoor is spot on. That's one of the things that we've been pushing for. I got to do this because I know I don't want to take up too much time, but I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all for coming on. I was just waiting. Now I can't read the chat right now, so any haters out there that want to talk about Anna and all this and that, now if they have any questions, now's their time to shine. I want them to shine.
Does Anna have any cat daddies?
Oh yeah, he just mentioned Emmers. Emmers got track speed, and I'm gonna put it out there. And while I see him in the chat, Coach Clayton Brookins. Coach Brookins, I saw one of yours. I got on my gear here is because I just left the jump showcase out there in Hazlitt. So I saw one of his jumpers out there at the jump showcase, the long jump, the triple jump. Last couple of days, that's where I've been kind of on the road there. But yeah, man, track speed. All you hear the college coaches talking about it. Emmers, you'll see him in state. I guarantee you. You're gonna see him in state in this spring, down there in Houston. I mean down there in Austin, because he's got track speed. Like I say, all the rest of them. You think about the program with the quarterback. Like I say, DeAndre is the real deal. If y'all don't got time, watch some videos. Just watch how calm he is. You're thinking, oh man, they're gonna lose the game. Matter of fact, they did the same thing with Panther Creek when they came back and scored, the touchdown in the last seconds of the game. He's been doing that his whole career, his whole high school, even with the Little League. He's been doing that same thing. He's just that type of young man.
Coach? Where are you from?
Williams.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where he's from, but I know he been in the ranks for a little bit. But all the rest of them, I'm gonna tell you, I get some more shout outs, but I'm gonna do this now because I know y'all not gonna let me back on here. Oh,
you my guy. You my guy.
Oh no, with all that energy, you in there.
You got a lot of Al Sharpton in you right now, Coach.
Coach.
No, man, I don't have the perm. I'm clean. I'm clean. I don't have the perm. But it's all that wisdom. But I will tell you this. This started with Clark Miller, who's also on the Anna ISD school board, like I said, with his son CJ, and then he's got another son that plays on the offensive line that's just a freshman. So these are not, older cat daddies. These are young cats coming up. These are young cool cats still, because that offensive line is no joke. I'm telling you, that defensive line is no joke. But all of them coming up in the ranks, like I say, C.J. Miller and shout out to Alex Mack, Coach Alex Mack. They took that whole crew, that linebacking core, And when they were in the 5th grade, little league tackle football, not flag, tackle football, they went undefeated. They didn't allow a team to score 1 touchdown on them. That's how cold that group is. So starting there, Clark Miller, Alex Mack, our mayor, the great mayor Nate Pike, were all part of that selection committee that selected Coach Seth Parr. And for those that don't know, our mayor was part of that Denison team that went to state 3 years in a row. They didn't win the chip, but they went 3 years ago back in the 90s. So they know quality football, as well as our superintendent, who used to be, an AD back where he was coming from in East Central Texas. So we know football. And I know some of y'all think, because, with country bumpkins and all that stuff, and y'all on the south side, and I get it. And I'll tell you how close I was to being a...
Coach, we're on the best side. I need you to address that right. You Southern sector is the best side.
I'm going to tell you this. Hold on. I'm going to tell you something. For a little bit, when I was in the 2nd grade, my goal was to be a South Oak Cliff Bear. I lived on Ramsey Street. So if you know about Oak Cliff, y'all know where Ramsey, Michigan. So I lived on Ramsey. So I know when I say things about the South Side, I say something about Oak Cliff. Matter of fact, like I say, I got a cousin. Y'all, if y'all don't know him, Zeke, Israel Fenneman, used to play for Roosevelt. So, that was that linebacker core back in the day. He tore his knee up, but he was playing it was the Cardinals back in the 80s, but he went to Louisiana Tech. So, yeah, I know about the South Side. I got folks on the South Side. So when I say things, I don't mean any harm. I'm thick-skinned. So when people come at me, they clap, I clap back. And some of them get mad, and want to resort to other things and talking about, when they see me and stuff. I'll be at the 50-yard line at 11 o'clock. So to the person that wanted to see me, 11 o'clock, I'll be at the 50-yard line.
Violence, Coach. But
we know violence. Did you just see Riley Dodge on here trying to create peace?
No, that's what I'm saying about. And I'm saying that's where that 6 degrees of separation, because like I said, that's the term that we use. And somebody said that why Coach Dodge don't know about UGK being from PA. He was already in this area. It was Ron C up here. Wasn't UGK up here? Y'all know about that Ron C, that trendsetter.
Ron C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all had
nothing but bass in this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had my little Pinto back in the day.
Yeah, did you have your 215s back there, Coach?
That's it. You know it. Y'all don't know about the EQs. Y'all don't know about the EQs.
Come on, Coach, stop that, man.
Putting the speaker in the trunk. Y'all don't know nothing about that, man.
Coach, yes, sir. Coach, I'm poking Brook Valley, Coach. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hey, I tell you what, man, you been crunk, man. I'm definitely bringing you back on. I wonder what took us so long. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie though. You been kind of low key. You kind of waited till Anna was all the way good, and then you started.
You know what? No, I've been talking. No, I've been talking.
I ain't calling you a front runner, but I'm just saying.
Okay, let me do this. Let me do this, man. Let me. Like I say, I've been talking about Anna. Y'all just ain't been reading. Y'all been skipping over. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all know how y'all do on Tinder when y'all see something y'all don't like. Y'all know y'all be swiping the other way. That's what y'all were doing.
Truthfully, y'all just got fined.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't always fine. You know what I mean?
Y'all just got back from Dominican.
Yeah.
I had to serve.
Hey, but it is what it is, man. Like I say, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do this for you. The talent has always been in Anna. We just didn't have the right culture to win. That's the difference. When you have the right culture to win, because losing is contagious. So every year the expectation was, hey man, if we win 4 games, that's a good season. And that's what it was. Because now we're from the days to where I go back to 5 years ago. My daughter was the only one that went to state and track in the 400. That was it. So the parade that they had for her, everybody in town, and now I'm seeing it on a whole town level for a team that has gone up through the ranks and actually were able to see the results of their hard work. Because when Coach Parr came, some of those players that didn't want to work hard, didn't want to be cat daddies, they chopped themselves off. You got to trim the fat. And he said, hey, we're gonna come in, we're gonna put in work, we're gonna get the weight room, we're gonna start do this, speed training. And that's what he did. He changed the culture. So that's why you see CU and I see DeSoto biting our style to try to put DeSoto you. I see you. I see you.
Oh man.
On that note, coach.
You know what it is.
Picks, man. Give me your picks before we get you out of here, coach. Because
man,
we
for
don't
real.
talk so much 4A football. We ain't talk this much 4A football with Panther Creek and Carter. God damn.
Hey, why didn't y'all?
I just want to know, y'all going up to 5A. What y'all gonna do about them stock barrels? Then we can talk.
Let me say this. It may be a couple of years where we be able to compete on that level, one just moving up. But hey, when it's all said and done, y'all gonna remember Anna. Because ask Carter. Carter remember Anna out there on the track. Wilma Hutchins remember Anna out there on the track. Lincoln remember Anna out there on that track. So we can keep going. We keep going. But yeah, you want my pick? I'm gonna tell you right now. Anna is going to win, and it won't be as close as people think. Anna is healthy. We're healthy. So that's the number one thing. As my man said earlier, when Emmers, who is, man, he's it. He's elite. When he was out of that Solana game, and we still took them punch for punch, and it took them 4 overtimes, and we lost by 2. So now that Anna is healthy, you see them just rolling through, doing what they need to do. Because you think the team that beat China Spring, the way I know China Spring was down this year, but to beat Decatur twice and to take Panther Creek 12 rounds and we won in a 12-round decision, you got to think Anna is battle tested. So we're ready. So that's my 4A pick. I'll tell you though, 5A, and I hate to do this because my cousin, I know his granny is watching and she's gonna get me, but I gotta say this. Duncanville over North Shore. And I got a cousin that played for North Shore, so they're gonna get me. So I know they probably gonna shun me at the family reunion, but I gotta say Duncanville. I gotta put Duncanville. I gotta do it. DeSoto and Sock. Because I'm telling you, because like I say, for me, I thought the greatest competition, anything out of that core group would have been South Lake Carroll. No offense to North Crowley, but North Crowley, like I said, the teams that they've been playing out there in Fort Worth, and no offense to I'm gonna get in trouble again. But the people in Fort Worth, y'all know, man, when y'all start going west over there, you're not doing anything but chasing jackrabbits and tackling tumbleweeds. That's all you're doing. So with that group right there, I will say that it is going to be a I-20 sweep, at Jerry World. But yeah, Anna is gonna win by a greater margin than most people think. People gonna be shocked. And to my man said we on the Anna a couple of years ago, yeah, it don't matter where you start, it's where you finish. I appreciate y'all allowing me to be on. I was waiting for somebody to clap back in the chat or somebody to say something, but y'all know what a 5. You got my number. I'll still be in there. Just tag me on something. I'll answer.
Oh yeah, they talking. You just ain't there.
They got you on the grill in the chat. Go back in that chat and fight for yourself, homie.
Yeah, I'm out. And my man, I'm telling my man right now, don't announce the game. Don't say anything about, because like I said, the game that you were going and loving Anna, man, we lost. I remember you I listened to the broadcast. You like, yeah, the hospitality and everything. So here's what you do. If you show up, I got a Halloween costume for you. You're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna interview anybody from Anna till the game is over. So we good. Man, I appreciate y'all allowing me to be on. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I say, anybody got any questions? Again, Coach Brookins, man, I'm telling you, y'all better find out. Y'all want to know why? Like I said, I want to tell Coach Riley Dodge this. Man, he got to get some horses out there. You got to. I don't see. I also officiate track and field. So at the UIL regional stake meets, I don't see South Lake Carroll out there. Come on, so you got to get that track speed. That's all it is. What it is. So man, I salute y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. And for those that don't understand, you're gonna recognize one day. I'm out.
All right, man.
Boy, he might have to be the new coach Northside.
Hey, dog, he about to take somebody's spot, dog. That dude bring the energy. You know what I'm saying? That dude bring the energy.
Say, J Mac. He reminded me of last week. He said, "Man, y'all want to spoke on Anna for 2 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, we gonna." I say, "My bad." So what he did just now, he compressed 12 minutes.
Hey,
he got
he compressed
everything
the
out
whole
the chat.
season. He got it. He got it
Yeah.
in. He
Yeah,
got
he
his
compressed
time. He made the most of
Yeah.
his time.
Because he felt, hey, just in case I don't get a chance to come back on the show, I'm going to make the best in 12, 13 minutes.
Hey, man, I'm
Volume
bringing that brother
shooting.
back on. I don't care
Yeah.
what y'all say.
Oh, yeah, he got to come back on.
Yeah. I'm for real, though. They do have great
free lunch kids.
They do have great hospitality up there, though. Their stadium ain't as bad as y'all. I put a picture of the stadium in the chat. Their stadium ain't that bad. It's all right.
Bro, I passed through there working. It's tall, it's ugly. I'm like, what the heck? It's just
they redid the press box about 2 or 3 years ago. It's brand new. It's pretty nice.
Bro, it's almost akin to Red Oak Stadium, and we never spoke on that.
Red Oak. Nah, I'm gonna put a picture of the stadium in the chat. I already put
it's not that old. It's not that old. But Red Oak, y'all need to get a new stadium, man.
Now,
for real.
Now, Red Oak Stadium is a mess. That's terrible.
They look like they used that for a movie from the 80s or something.
J Mac, take that link and put a picture. Can you put a picture? Look at it. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Let me see. I missed it.
I put it in the private chat in the back.
Okay.
It ain't that bad.
Let me see. Coyote Stadium.
But you're right, Pat.
Yeah, I see it.
Pat, you're right. Red Oak Stadium is, yeah.
Woo! Made it, boy.
That's all I got to say.
Jesse said Red Oak Stadium got an outhouse still.
It really do. Dog. They got porta potties out there.
Yeah.
Bro, for
that's
real.
A nice stadium, dog.
What's wrong with that stadium?
Ain't bad.
Bruh, like that's just for that and they going 5A too. Like it looks better in the picture than it does in person. I'm telling you, I've been by that.
Listen, man, they just started winning. Them people aren't gonna invest no money in no team going forward.
They already got them indoor. They're like, hey, I guarantee, hey, if they win Friday morning, that
they'll
bond
get a
will
new
pass.
stadium.
That bond will pass.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. That bond will pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got another home I'm gonna bring on real quick, man. We got the home of D Will from Grind, from Team Grind. Got the home of D Will. What up, D?
What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
What up, man?
Hey, man, we just out here, man. We've been having a great time, man. It's been a great show, for an early show anyway. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna respect my 5 o'clock shows. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, man,
y'all gonna respect the 5 o'clock shows.
I apologize about that earlier, man. I had some team grind. We had our last tryout, today with the older guys. So that's where I've been at all day, man.
Oh, for sure, man. But no, I just want to bring you on, man. Cause I know you real connected with high school football. Like you say, you were Team Grind 7-on-17. So I just wanted to get your thoughts, man. We talked at the game with North Crowley and Duncanville, man. But just what you think of the championship game? Number one, just tell me, man, what you think of the Southside party, man. That's number one. We got to get that out.
Live, man. It's an all-white party, man. Everybody, y'all put your white on, man. I'm real proud because, I'm a graduate from South Oak Cliff. B-Rise, we all from, where we from,
We from the same hood, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
People
don't
Nah, for real.
My boy.
Nah, I'm most definitely excited. Sock bird to the heart, man. Shout out to Duncanville, DeSoto. I know everybody finna put on, man. This finna be one of them epic back-to-back seasons, So it's up.
Yes, sir.
And if y'all didn't know, man, if you didn't know, my guy, this, if y'all hear me talk about Big Play Brady, man, that my favorite safety over there at Langston, man, that's his pops right there.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
For sure, man. For sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
let me just say shout out to the Dub, man, for always, putting a spot on my kid, man. I appreciate that, man. That's love.
Hey, man. Brady, that's our guy, dog. That's the guy. That's the homie. We gonna always ride for him. But hey, man, so speaking of Sock, man, hey, my man Matt, he beat PNG. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to start that, but
I'm gonna just say this, and I mean facts are facts. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You feel me? I mean, everybody been saying the whole year, Melissa, Lovejoy, then you backdoored Frisco, and they just continue to do what they do. Line them up, knock them down. I'm very confident in Ward. I done played against Ward in high school football. If you know, you know. My guy's a great football mind. Todd, my boy Spence. He got really a all-star coaching staff where people don't realize what's really happening in front of your face. Those guys gonna be prepared, man. So y'all keep doubting them. They just gonna keep making history. You feel me?
D. Will, what do you think about the North Shore and Duncanville game? What's your thoughts on that, D?
Now that's gonna be a good one. I believe North Shore got their quarterback back. You know, he was injured last season, so I believe out of all schools in the state of Texas, I honestly believe that's maybe the only school that matches up well with this Duncanville, as far as interior. Because if you can't match up front, man, then it's over with. If you know football, you know football. Let's start up front.
Other than DeSoto this year.
Yeah, DeSoto, like I said, they matched them. And like we talked, J Mac, at the game, I'm not gonna put them on blast and say the exposure, but if you playing Duncanville for sure, you got to be able to pass the ball on them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that, then hey, it's gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, if you can't do that, you got to match the trenches and you got to be able to throw the ball. Real quick, what players do you think? No. Did you answer the? You said DeSoto. You think DeSoto gonna win? Obviously, right?
I believe the whole is gonna be another trifecta. Everybody from the Southern Sector gonna win. Sock, Duncanville, and DeSoto.
Now I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm a little worried about this PNG, man. I'm gonna be honest because you heard my man Matt. He broke it down, but it wasn't just Matt because we had Riley Dodge on the show.
So let me just say this.
Yeah,
we played them last year, and like I said, they are like playing a Navy. I believe they triple option type of team. And basically, you just got to read your keys. If you're a defensive guy, you got athletes. And I really believe we got athletes to match it up like we did, once before on a team like that. You just got to jump on them because they're not a good built, come from behind type of team. You know what I'm saying? Just like a Navy. They're run it. But if you jump on them early, you can get them out the way easily. Now, if you allow them to, stick around and they milking the clock, holding the ball, then that's when the problems start. Okay. So it's just me though.
Hey Matt, I'm gonna ask you like I asked Riley, man. Do you think PNG got the skill guys to at least try to even it out?
From just scouting football, I think Sock has better. Well, just being honest, Sock is more athletic than that team. I think that team is built how it's built, up front and be structured and disciplined. But Sock is more athletic, just like the team they played last week. That was a great team they played, in 5A Division II. But like you just looking at it, Sock dominated up front, and they were more athletic on the back end. So that's why it looked like that.
Man, what you think?
No, I agree. I think Sock is more. They're better at the skill spots for sure. I think that's their big edge, right? I mean, that's why I think Coach Dodge said it right. He says I think Sock's gonna Sock's gonna have a they're not gonna have a light box this week. They're gonna play it straight up. They're gonna have 6-7-man box depending on the formation, and they're gonna ask their DBs to win in 1-on-1 coverage. Yeah, and I think if they can do that, they should be fine. If they can't win, or if PNG is able to run against that heavy box, then that's when you got to make adjustments, and that's maybe where problems come. So it's going to be a chess match. I mean, Coach Joseph at PNG coached with Coach Ward at Texas A&M when they were GAs, so it's going to be a good coaching match. That was the difference last year. Is at first PNG was able to run the ball, Sock's run fits weren't there. Sock went into the locker room, made some adjustments, and that's why they won the second half last year. So it'll be a good chess match between coaches too.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if it's me though, I mean, a lot of people in the city probably don't know right as of right now. Sock really have, I want to say, 5 legitimate wide receivers that people don't, they haven't really just showed them. So, if it's me, you loading the box up trying to stop the run, and Danny Green, and I think it's yours, number 4. I mean, they got guys that can beat you over the top as well. So they are a balanced offensive team, and I think Walker does a great job of getting those guys involved. So it's going, like you said, it's going to be a chess match, and then football is really simple. I mean, at the end of the day, you can only do 2 things in football, offensively anyway. Either you're going to run it or you're going to pass it. So it's very simple when you think about it, X's and O's. So if you got a loaded box, you might as well just take what they give you. And like you said, athletes-wise, Sock has an advantage. And if you load the box up against them, like you said, I believe – Doe, number 15, I think he'll be one of those X-Factor guys coming into the game. And Ricky Evans, I believe those guys would be X factors. So good luck with loading the box with like really one or no safety over the top. That's gonna be pretty tough on anybody.
Oh yeah. Okay. What you think, Coach Carl? You ready to break that game down, or you saving it?
No, I mean, I don't know, Jeremy. He said it all. I mean, look, it's two things, right? At the end of the day, soccer's playing at a pace right now, man. That's really second to none. And man, to be honest with you, when you look at PNG and the fact that this is one of the few games where on the edges, like D. Will just said, it's going to come down to athletes. PNG don't have the athletes. If PNG had athletes last year, they might have beat soccer. You know what I mean? Like, let's just call it what it is. You know what I mean? But they don't. And I don't see that changing this week either. So, but we'll talk about it more on Wednesday. But, be a good game. Look forward to it.
Yes, sir. And I want to give a shout out to Clarence Hill. Clarence Hill, man. Look, man. We just had Riley on the show, bro. You got to rewind, man, and just check it out. We already explained it.
Oh, he's still on that?
Yeah, man. I love Clarence Hill, but Clarence always be digging, man. That's a cute dog for you, But hey, look, leave my man alone, man. They said he ain't mean nothing.
He a cute dog. That's the first problem right there.
Hey, but hey.
I'm just
playing. Got nothing to do with all that, but I'm just
saying.
Somebody tagged me on Twitter a while ago when he tried to make a big deal, man. He tried to make a big deal, man. This is crazy, dog. Hey, this is crazy. I just want to know where my back at. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely was called worse than that. But hey, I'm just
let me ask you guys, and I don't even know if you guys really, y'all probably was. Some people not. As far as recruiting football and following it the way some of us do. I believe what has prepared South Oak Cliff on his run is they non-district schedule, man, playing against a Duncanville, a DeSoto, Lancaster. If you can compete with those big dogs, I mean, y'all seeing the results of what's happening right now. Just go back what Matt was saying and what you guys were saying with Coach Dodge. He's saying up front, I mean, Stock has proven that they can, match up with the big dogs. If you can compete with 6'8", Duncanville front five, front four, just like DeSoto. So that's what I was saying. Like, I don't see it too much if Sock, just like I said, they come out being dominant. I don't see it being close. If you jump on a team that's a running team that's not built to pass, then what you think finna happen?
Right. So tell me this, man. Do anybody think on there that Summer Creek got a shot to beat DeSoto?
I think
they got a shot. They got
a shot, but I mean, DeSoto's a pretty comfortable favorite. But I mean,
man,
the game's still got to be played. But I mean,
right,
DeSoto's a pretty heavy favorite.
Kind of like what I be saying with my 7-on-7 guys. I mean, long as you got a brain, which is the operator of the computer, the CPU, and DJ, I think you're gonna always be the favorite. I mean, that kid really smart. He's been doing this since 8 years old. I've been watching him, being a fan. So he's playing with the Dallas Lions. You know what I'm saying? So this is nothing new to DJ. DJ always been a big game player. He's proven it. This is what back to back. You know what I'm saying? And I think he got something to prove because everybody be sleeping on him, saying I'm picking this quarterback over this quarterback, and he constantly show you week in and week out he is really who he is. So and DeSoto offense is explosive, probably arguably the best in 6A Division II, arguably. All you gotta do is look at their body of work, what they have done, and they have done something no other school has done probably ever against Duncanville.
Yeah, dominated.
So I just look at it like this. I used to give Mathis a hard time, but I think now he done got it. Only P can beat DeSoto is DeSoto. They play mistake-free football. I don't think nobody gonna beat them.
Shit, because they done got physical.
Yeah.
They stopped playing 7-on-7 football.
Yeah.
They start playing real football. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not He know I ain't taking a shot.
I'm messing with him.
Yeah, he will know I ain't taking no shot. They are, because they were a team that was very finesse for a very long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, when you say you start doing 9-on-7, you start lifting throughout the season, you're very, very intentional to be physical. You're calling your team roguish, like you're using words to describe a mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeremy, you know you was roguish growing up. I was with you half the time. So
very roguish, very roguish. That's why I laughed when I heard DeSoto players using that term, because I'm like, bro, y'all have no idea.
No idea.
Y'all have no idea.
And our parents used to make us go outside, and we was out there all day. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. DeSoto, man, is the best team in the state of Texas, man. So, what can you say?
And no, you can't say. And they deserve it. They earned it, right? So I have no problem saying it. They earned it. They deserve it. And for the record, man, I do think DJ Bailey is playing quarterback the best. Might be the best in the country, to be honest, because I think he has 0 interceptions this year. Am I right, Matt?
No, he had one yesterday.
Okay. Is that the number 1 caught him?
I think so, yeah. South Lake got an interception on him yesterday. Was it? Yeah, it's yesterday. It's been a long weekend already. Yesterday.
Man, he must got hit or something, because I just can't see him throwing it.
No,
I want to say the linebacker kind of jumped into the lane or something. I think he jumped. It was a great play by the defensive player. I don't think it was anything where DJ made a bad read or anything. I think you just got to give credit to the kid from South Lake. I think he just made a great play, if memory serves.
Okay, I like that. So, hey man, give me some of your final thoughts before we get on out of here. I don't want to keep us up too late. I was gonna get Lamont on here because he can try to give it. You know, we got to give his DeSoto takes, but
you had Lamont on Wednesday. You can bring him on Wednesday.
You
already got my picks. My picks are already public, so you don't have to.
We can bring him on Wednesday for the season finale.
Well, I just think.
For the season finale. You're right. You're right. So
I just think.
So before we get out of here, then let me get your final thoughts from everybody, man. What do you think, Matt Steph? Cause we ain't gonna talk to you probably. Where you going to Canton as soon as the state game over with, or
couple days after state? Yeah, I'm going up there for Christmas and everything. I will say Wednesday night, 7:00. Timpson versus Toller. 5-star Terry Bussey for Timpson. If you haven't seen him play, it's your chance to watch him play. Come on out to the stadium, AT&T Stadium. If you can't make it out Wednesday night, it'll be on Bally. That kid's worth the price of admission right there. That's a 2A Division I state championship game. It'll be a little Wednesday night high school football.
Oh, yes, sir. And he's a baller. I'll be watching that game. I guess it'll be towards the end by the time we go on, but everybody needs to check that guy out, man. You want to see what a 5-star look like playing what's that, 3A, 2A football?
2A ball.
Yeah, 2A ball, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. What you got, D. Will? I appreciate you for jumping on, man. We're gonna get you on more on the off season, especially with the 7-on-7 circuit. So we definitely gonna keep you back in the loop.
Nah, for sure. Well, my personal ones, I think that I'm looking forward to is Duncanville and North Shore. I mean, that became like a rivalry game, and I'm quite sure both schools, I ain't gonna say hate each other, but you know, in the high school era, you become a rival. You know, everybody gonna play a little extra harder. So I believe probably out of all the games that's being played, I really believe that might be a close one.
Yeah, I think, man, I just can't see that game other than going down to the final minutes, man. I mean, that's just kind of what we expect, right? So I expect the same thing. I really do. I expect the same thing. What you got, B. Rob? B. Rob, can you hear it?
Oh, my bad. I had a little freeze. No, what up, Jason? Y'all know
what's your final thoughts, bro?
Oh man, my final thoughts. Most part, it was a good weekend, but is before that sock and Everman game, that first half, man. People are
Shit, I
going to
wish it
bed,
was
man.
Everman. We got our ass whooped in the first round.
Well, I mean, sock the Frisco
Emerson.
Emerson. That's what I mean. Y'all okay?
Yeah.
But that
He
first
looked
half,
good.
man. Sock actually got outplayed that first half. It was like 220 yards, and Sock only had like 17 yards total.
Yeah.
But what worked out for Sock's favor was they went in 10-10 second half. I don't know what they were doing, man. They were playing rush roulette, man, when they put that safety in a box. But it worked sometimes, but the times it didn't work. We seen what happened. But no, shout out to Sark, man, for overcoming that game, because that game was if I'm gonna just say this. If this Frisco coach had a different game plan the second time around, the results could be different. I'm not saying they are, but yeah, I think it'll be a better game. But solid the shot. I'm looking for a good game this weekend from all four games. I'm
Yes,
looking for DFW sweep. Sorry, somebody at my door, y'all. But I'm done. I'm done. I mean, hold on, y'all.
Yo,
Fellas, what's going on?
What up, homie?
I'm in another day just making it in from my boy D-Line trainer, man. Listening to y'all on the way to the house.
J-Mac, you muted. J-Mac, we can't hear you.
I think it's a sign.
Hey,
It's
so
time
Lamar,
to get
what
ready
was
for the Cowboy game.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
what was
the
your
Cowboy cutting my mic off, man. But hey, I'm gonna get you last, little boy. I'm gonna get you the last word. Pat, you still there? Or you gone? Give us your words on the way out, homie.
yeah, I'm about to eat dinner and watch this game. But hey, shout out to the person that called me earlier and knocked me out the live. Shout out to the referee at the Duncanville North Crowley game. He was drunk as hell or something. I think he was getting toasted for the Cowboy game tonight on the field. That referee was the funniest thing we saw all weekend. Shout out to the coaches, and I don't even think I told you this, J Max. Shout out to the coaches from Duncanville who at halftime was coming down the steps from the booth and said they couldn't wait to see the Sunday night show. They supposed to be going there making halftime adjustment. They talking about the show for Sunday night. So shout out to them coaches that were coming down from the press box at halftime. They was like, damn, we can't wait to see the show Sunday night. And then shout out to Coach 3 times. He came on the pregame live and he said he gonna have a new nickname after this weekend. So we're gonna see what the new nickname is.
Oh yeah, I already told him it's Go Tide. Go Tide.
Go Tide.
The GOAT. Willow.
Man, I just want to give a big shout out to North Crowley and Coach Gates on an outstanding season. It's just tough when you're going against Jordan. You know, it ain't nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? It's just every once in a while you get caught up going against the best. But I thought they made tremendous strides. I thought they did a phenomenal job to get to the state semifinals, and they made a lot of strides this year. So I definitely want to give Coach Gates his props and North Crowley. I mean, you know, there's nothing to hang your head about because I told you 3 weeks ago when the playoffs started, Duncanville is on another level. They're locked in. They needed to lose that game against DeSoto. You know what I'm saying? They're on a whole nother level, and you're starting to see it. They just beat a very good North Crowley team, 54-10. You know what I mean? So what I took from this weekend is that I thought, you know, Sock is what Sock is, that second half team. And I didn't think the Soto game was going to be close, but you know, they needed that game too. And so now that they're locked in, going into the state finals, look forward to a Southside sweep. But it was a great weekend of high school football, man. So I had a good time this week for sure.
Yes, sir. Okay, Lamar, man. Before I give mine, but go ahead, man. Give your final thoughts, man. We'll have you back on Wednesday, pick games, and listen to you, man. So I'm sorry you got you on late.
You good. I wouldn't have been able to anyways. I was in my son training or whatnot, so it's all good. But pretty much, man, just get ready for the Southside All White Party Saturday. Shout out to, man, give a shout out to all these athletes across the state of Texas, man, regardless if you made it this far, didn't make the playoffs, whatever. Just shout out going out there, working their hardest, man. We down to the last weekend of football. Then I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves, man.
7-on-7, man. That's why we got D-Will on here.
They don't help out the big boys there like my son. He got no business.
I didn't mention this. We do got some big O-line, D-line stuff in the makings, bro. It's in the works like right now as we speak. So them high school guys, them big dogs, you're gonna start seeing stuff in the future, man. Just for that.
Oh man,
hey, I don't know if I want to send no lineman to no wide receiver. So
nah. This is basically they ain't coming to me. They actually coming for O lineman, D lineman type of coaches, man. Nah, it's
okay. All right, yeah, you got to express that, man.
Nah, I got it.
Boy,
Coach got them running comeback routes and everything.
Everybody, man. Matt, after state.
What's that?
I said, we don't talk to you after state. You know, we'll see you on down when you get back, because we definitely got to have the big dinner, man. I'm going to try to get Nick Ward. We're going to try to get Miami Nick out to the barbecue, too.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
He definitely deserves some, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's the one who got me the free barbecue, so he definitely got to come. He's the one who
he got to come.
I just want my trophy. I just want you to present my trophy.
But I'll see y'all at AT&T Stadium this week, I'm sure. So,
for sure.
You got your passes. You got your passes. Everything. You good?
They don't recognize us as a real media outlet, Matt.
They don't
gotta meet that
recognize
criteria. You know, yeah, they got that criteria.
I bet.
You gotta have a certain. Yeah, I got you. That's all right. Yeah. I know field passes will be procured individually, so I'll see y'all then.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, there's a will, there's a way, Matt. You know, we'll figure it out.
That's
we
right.
always do, don't we, Matt?
Yeah,
we always do.
All right, go Cowboys.
Right. Hey, yes, sir. So let me end it like we always do. It's Sunday.
I'm still them boys. I'm still, somebody tell them I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Don't text me, don't call me asking me, 'cause you know that I'm still them boys.
Boy, I love it, man. Hey,
D'Angelo Jr.
Tonight, man, go Cowboys.
Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match 'cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go Hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carter stuck on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Dick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special kids, making places so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, 'cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the good. We do
it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That D